everyone, this is Value Tips, the YouTube channel dedicated to helping you get the most out of your life. Here at Value Tips, we aim to provide you with the tools and knowledge you need to make the most out of your time, money, and resources. We'll provide you with videos about various topics related to money and life management, such as budgeting, investing, and frugal living. We'll also give you tips on how to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life, from finding purpose and passion to living with intention. We believe that everyone has the potential to live a life of abundance and that it is possible to find value in all of your experiences. We want to help you unlock that potential and make the most of whatever situation you find yourself in. So, join us as we explore how to make the most of your life and how to make the most out of every moment. Thanks once again for joining us and welcome to Value Tips. Are you struggling to deal with a toxic boss at work? Does it seem like no matter what you do or say, your boss is always unhappy or critical, leaving you feeling stressed and overwhelmed? If so, this video is for you. It'll provide you with 7 secrets to help you effectively manage a toxic boss at work. 1. Know your rights. It is important to be aware of the legal rights you have in the workplace. Make sure you understand your company's policies and procedures and any applicable laws. You have the right to be treated fairly and with respect. Discrimination or harassment of any kind is illegal. You should not be treated differently based on your gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, national origin, age, or disability. You have the right to a safe and healthy work environment. You should not be exposed to hazardous materials or machineries without proper safety gear and training. You have the right to receive fair compensation for the work you do. Understand your rights regarding overtime pay, minimum wage, and other forms of compensation. You have the right to privacy in the workplace. Your employer may not monitor your phone calls, emails, or other forms of communication without your permission. You have the right to take time off from work, depending on your company. You may be entitled to vacation time, sick leave, parental leave, or other forms of time off. You have the right to join a union. You should be able to join a union or other labor organization without fear of retaliation from your employer. You have the right to speak up and voice your opinion. If you feel that your rights are being violated or that something is wrong in that workplace, you have the right to speak up and make your concerns heard. Finally, you have the right to file a complaint with the appropriate government agency if you feel your rights have been violated. This can include filing a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission (EEOC) if you feel you have been discriminated against. 2. Keep a record. Document any negative interactions with your toxic boss. Include dates and times, what happened, and any witnesses. It is important to document any negative interactions with your toxic boss in order to protect yourself. Keeping records of these interactions can help provide evidence of any mistreatment or abuse that you may be facing. When documenting the interactions, make sure to include the date and time of the incident, what happened, and any witnesses who may be able to corroborate your account. If possible, try to get written statement from any witnesses, as this can be useful in a legal case. Additionally, be sure to keep all emails, texts, and other written communication regarding the issue. Documenting these interactions can help you protect yourself from any potential mistreatment or abuse from your toxic boss. It can also help you to build a case if you decide to take legal action. 3. Talk to someone. It is important to have a confidential person to talk to, such as a trusted colleague, mentor, or human resources representative. This person should be someone who can provide an objective perspective and help you identify potential solutions. Having an outlet to talk about your experience can also help you process your emotions and gain clarity. Additionally, it might be beneficial to seek professional counseling to ensure that you have a safe space to share your thoughts and feelings. If you feel that your toxic boss is engaging in unlawful behavior, consider consulting with an attorney to understand your rights and any potential legal action. Finally, remember it is also important to take care of yourself and create boundaries to protect your mental and emotional well-being. 4. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries with your boss and communicate them clearly and calmly. Set boundaries with your boss by understanding the limits of your role and what is expected of you. Respect your own limits and be willing to communicate them clearly to your boss. Make sure your boundaries are reasonable and don't be afraid to discuss them with your boss. If necessary, create a written agreement outlining the boundaries between you and your boss. Ensure that you stick to the boundaries you've set. If your boss tries to cross the boundaries, don't be afraid to remind them of the agreement. If the situation is serious enough, don't be afraid to take further actions. Finally, be sure to maintain a professional relationship with your boss. Respect their authority and be sure to address any boundaries that you need to set with courtesy and respect. This will help ensure that all parties involved are comfortable and respected. 5. Stay positive. Don't let your boss's negativity affect your work. Focus on the positive and stay focused on your goals. Set boundaries with your boss by understanding the limits of your role and what is expected of you. Respect your own limits and be willing to communicate them clearly to your boss. Make sure your boundaries are reasonable and don't be afraid to discuss them with your boss if necessary. Create a written agreement outlining the boundaries between you and your boss. Ensure that you stick to the boundaries you've set. If your boss tries to cross the boundaries, don't also be afraid to remind them of the agreement, and also remember to take further actions if the situation is serious enough. Finally, maintain a professional relationship with your boss. Respect them and also be courteous. 6. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your physical and mental health. Exercise, eat healthy, and get enough sleep. Find healthy ways to cope with stress. Consider talking to a therapist or counselor if you're feeling overwhelmed. Spend time with supportive people and hobbies that bring you joy. Set boundaries with your toxic boss. Let them know when you're not available and what topics you're not comfortable discussing with them. This will help you stay focused and maintain your sanity. Know your rights. Make sure you're familiar with workplace laws and your company's policies. Keeping up with the legalities of the situation can help you decide when it is time to take action or leave. Document everything. Keep a record of conversations, interactions, everything you do with your toxic boss. This can be a very helpful tool if you need to prove discrimination or harassment in the future. Take some time off. Make sure you're taking regular breaks to recharge and reconnect yourself. This can help you stay grounded and focused when dealing with your toxic boss. 7. Know when to leave. If your toxic boss won't change, it may be time to look for a new job. Don't let your boss's behavior define your career. When it comes to leaving a toxic boss, it is important to think about the long term. Consider the impact of staying in a bad situation on your career prospects and how it can affect your mental health and well-being. You should weigh the costs and benefits of staying in a job and consider the potential risks of leaving. If you decide to stay, you should continue to do your job in the best way you can. Document any instances of mistreatment or unprofessional behavior. This will help protect you if the situation gets worse. If you decide to leave, it is important to think through the transition carefully. Work on updating your resume and applying to new jobs. Talk to your colleagues and mentors to get advice on how to make the transition. No matter what you decide, you deserve to work in a safe and supportive environment. Don't let a toxic boss dictate your career. Take the steps necessary to ensure that you can work in a positive environment and reach your potential. Thank you for tuning in to the Value Tips YouTube channel. We hope you found our videos helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit that very big subscribe button for more content. See you on our next video. Goodbye.